I think in general that I've detected quite an appetite for a little bit of variance, a little bit of change in the Maiden sound. They're actually quite pleased when we come up with something that's not just different for the sake of being different, but that's also displays a bit of imagination and a bit of flair.
I think we're just playing better than ever. I think the band is sounding better than ever. You know, we're all a bit older and wiser. You know, give each other a bit more space, and it's just great. You know, for me, it's it's better than it was the first time. You know.
The Dance of Death tour I'm really looking forward to. Thus far, we've got an extensive tour up till Christmas going through all of Europe. And then in January, February and March, we're basically going to be covering everywhere else.
New young fans all the time. It's amazing. And there's like 3 generations of fans out there. And some of the fans weren't even born when we did the first album. It's pretty scary. And it's great because the young ones at the front driving around and jumping about and going berserk, and then the audience gets older as it goes back. And but it's incredible. We still keep getting new young fans. It's very healthy for the band. I suppose they probably pass the albums down to their younger brothers or even their kids, wherever. And long may it continue to happen, is what I say.
Passchendaele is going to be sort of a monumental track, and musically there's so much stuff going on in there, so you have to really knuckle down and live, to get all this song correct. It's going to be be a big achievement.
It's also a challenge for us, I think, to go and play a lot of new material. We could go out and play a best of set all the time, and that's the easy way out, but that's not the way we work.
There will actually be a big segment of the show when the body language and the music will carry the whole thing.
Whatever we take from this album, each song is so strong in its own right. As Dave said, it's very, Dance of Passchendaele's very, very epic-y, like Dance of Death even. That's going to be quite a challenge live. But any of the new stuff I think it's going to fit so well into the new stage show that we're going to do.
For Maiden, the two worlds of the album world and performing world have actually become separate. They used to depend upon one another. You couldn't go out and do some gigs if you didn't have an album. Well, that's manifest nonsense, and we just played to 700,000 people without a record. At the same time, if you put a record out, people expect a few gigs. But there's a variety of ways of promoting a record. I don't think Iron Maiden fans would be really happy if they got a new record, and if they get some gigs as well, then terrific. Maybe we'll just do 1 or 2 shows for really hardcore fans. Maybe we will decide to go out and go, you know what, let's incorporate a festival tour and do a new album on it as well.
We get asked the question of longevity many times, and I always say the same thing really, that if you knew the secret of why we're still around, then we'd bottle it and sell it. And I really don't know. I think it's the sort of thing that you have to go and ask the fans as to why we're still popular and everything. But I like to think it's great songs and great live shows. We've toured live, for many years now. We've done so many world tours, and when we do a world tour, we really do one. I mean, we do anything between sort of 7 and 12 months at a time, and we do lots of them. And I think that really these days it's got to be quality and not quantity. I think that you get to a point where we have to be realistic that we can't physically go and do 6 nights a week everywhere for 9 months. At the end of the day, it's very tough, and I think that in the future we'll be cutting the tours down probably to 3 or 4 months rather than you know, 9 months.
Short bursts of touring is much more enjoyable, and you find you can focus on it and give it 100%, you know, every night.
We want to keep it fresh. We want to keep it real and honest and alive, and the best way of doing that is to be real and honest with everybody who supports Iron Maiden.